Hello, dear Cancer. Come, settle in. Let the noise of the world fall away for a few moments. There is a silent current that has brought you here, a subtle pull you may have felt without fully understanding its source. It is not by chance that you are listening to these words now. It is an appointment your soul has made with itself. For too long, you have navigated the world by tending to the emotional tides of others, believing that your purpose was to be the harbor, the safe shore where everyone else could anchor their ships. You've mastered the art of feeling what others feel, of absorbing their storms and their silence, often forgetting that you, too, have an entire ocean deep within you, an ocean of needs, of unspoken dreams, and of truths that have been patiently waiting beneath the surface. This is not a reading about fleeting predictions or simple fortunes. This is an invitation to dive into your own waters, to finally listen to the whispers that get lost in the chorus of your care for others. The truth is, that protective shell you've so expertly built, the one that offers comfort and security, has also become a limitation. It has kept your own tender heart safe, yes, but it has also kept the fullness of life from truly reaching you. Before we journey deeper into the heart of what is stirring within you, I want to invite you to become a part of this space, this community of souls seeking to understand themselves more deeply. Take a moment to like this video if its message already resonates with you, and subscribe to become a part of our shared journey of transformation. And if you feel called, share in the comments this simple affirmation, a promise to yourself. I give myself permission to honor the tides within me. By writing these words, you are planting a seed of intention, a commitment to listen to your own heart first. Now, let us begin. There is a profound shift occurring, not in the world around you, but in the very core of your being. It feels like a quiet ache, a restlessness that you can't quite name. It's the feeling of a story that is ready to end, and the fear and excitement of not knowing what the next chapter holds. You have been carrying the weight of yesterday for so long, dear Cancer, believing it was your duty to remember every wound, every slight, every moment you felt unsafe, as a way to protect yourself from future pain. But what if I told you that this constant vigilance is the very thing draining your energy? What if the past is not a map, but an anchor you are finally being given the chance to release? You see, the universe is not simply opening a door for you. It is asking you to acknowledge that you have been standing in front of an open door all along, too afraid to step through because you've convinced yourself that the familiar room of your past is safer than the unknown landscape of your future. This isn't about fighting for what you want in a grand outward battle. The true work, the most courageous work you will ever do, is to stop fighting against yourself. It is to lay down your arms, to cease the internal struggle against your own vulnerability, and to finally allow yourself to be exactly as you are, sensitive, intuitive, and deeply feeling. That is not your weakness. It is your superpower, long misunderstood and tragically undervalued, even by you. Let's talk about what is truly happening in your heart. There is a connection, a relationship that has been occupying your thoughts. It may feel filled with contradictions, with moments of profound closeness followed by periods of confusing distance. You may feel as if something has been broken, a delicate thread of trust or understanding that has snapped, leaving you in a state of sadness and disappointment. This isn't your imagination. A pattern is reaching its conclusion. This is the universe reflecting your own inner state back to you. The Two of Cups speaks of this beautiful, almost destined potential for harmony. It affirms that the connection you feel, the shared emotion, is real. It is not just a wish, it is a magnetic pull between two souls. However, its presence now is a mirror. It is asking you to look at the subtle contradictions within yourself. Where do you yearn for connection, but simultaneously build walls to prevent it? Where do you offer your heart, but only the parts you deem acceptable, hiding the rest in the shadows for fear of being too much? That person, that situation, is a divine assignment. Their distance is not a rejection of you. It is an invitation for you to come closer to yourself, to stop seeking in another the validation and security that must first be cultivated within your own soul. You believe the connection has faded, but it is the energy that is waiting. It is waiting for you to stop abandoning yourself. This brings us to the energy of the King of Wands. There may be a person in your life or an energy you are being called to embody that is confident, magnetic, and self-assured. They seem to move through the world with a sense of purpose that you both admire and, perhaps, feel intimidated by. You may see them as emotionally reserved or distant, focused on their own ambitions. Do not be mistaken. This is not a sign of their disinterest. It is a lesson. This energy is appearing in your life to show you what it looks like to have a strong inner fire, to be guided by one's own passion without apology. Their feelings for you may be deeper than you realize, but they are waiting. They are waiting for you to meet them on a level of emotional sovereignty. They cannot rescue you from your insecurities, nor should they. They are here to inspire you to claim your own throne, to ignite your own inner fire, and to realize that your emotional depth, when paired with clear intention, is an unstoppable force. You are being asked to become the king or queen of your own inner kingdom, to stop waiting for permission to pursue what sets your soul on fire. This relationship has the potential to be one of passion and commitment, but it requires that you first make a commitment to your own growth and your own power. And this, dear Cancer, is why the Ten of Swords has appeared. It is a card that many fear, for it speaks of an ending, of rock bottom, of a painful truth. But I want you to see it differently today. Do not see it as a symbol of betrayal from the outside, but as a necessary act of liberation from within. This is the moment your soul says, no more. No more carrying the emotional burdens of others. No more replaying old stories of heartbreak. No more believing that your worth is tied to how much you can endure. This card is a profound blessing. It is the sacred moment of surrender, where you finally let go of a narrative that has kept you trapped. It is painful, yes. It hurts to admit that something you invested so much in has come to an end. It hurts to release the hope you held onto for so long. Allow yourself to grieve this. Feel the sorrow, for it is the rain that will wash the ground clean. But know this ending is not a failure. It is a clearing. It is the universe lovingly removing what is no longer in alignment with your highest good, creating the space for a love that doesn't require you to sacrifice your peace of mind. This is where the true joy begins to seep in, like the first rays of dawn after a long night. The Three of Cups appears as a promise. It speaks of celebration, of community, of the joy that comes from authentic connection. As you release the heavy weight of the past, you will find yourself drawn to people and situations that feel light, joyful, and supportive. This is not a coincidence. This is the law of resonance. When you begin to vibrate at the frequency of self-love and authenticity, you naturally attract those who can meet you there. For some, this will signify the renewal of a love that has weathered the storm, now ready to enter a new, more joyful chapter. For others, it will herald a new romantic interest, one that comes into your life not to fill a void, but to celebrate the wholeness you have found within yourself. Pay attention to social gatherings, to moments of shared laughter. It is in these spaces of unguarded joy that love can blossom most beautifully. Do not hide yourself away to heal. Let the warmth of true friendship and community be a part of your medicine. All of this is being set into motion by the grand and mysterious wheel of fortune. The cosmic tides are turning in your favor, dear Cancer. You are entering a period of profound and positive change, where the circumstances of your life will begin to shift, sometimes in the most unexpected of ways. This is not a time for rigid plans or for trying to control every outcome. It is a time for trust. Trust that every event, every encounter, every unexpected twist and turn is conspiring to lead you toward greater happiness and fulfillment. Your power in this moment lies not in steering the ship, but in keeping your heart and mind open. Surprises will arise from the most unlikely of places. An old friend may reconnect. A new opportunity may appear out of the blue. A sudden insight may change your perspective entirely. These are not random occurrences. They are the universe responding to your inner shift. You have done the hard work of clearing out the old, and now the universe is rushing in to fill that space with blessings. This leads you to a sacred crossroads, represented by the Two of Wands. You stand with the world in your hands, looking out at the horizon of your future. This is a moment of conscious choice. The old path is familiar. It is the path of emotional caretaking, of self-doubt, of prioritizing security over passion. The new path is less clear, but it pulses with potential. It is the path of emotional sovereignty, of self-trust, and of building a life that is a true reflection of your soul's desires. This is where all the pieces come together. Your health, your work, your finances, your relationships, they are not separate compartments. They are all interconnected, all reflections of the choice you are making at this very crossroads. Your physical health is tied to the emotional burdens you are willing to release. Your work will only feel fulfilling when it aligns with your inner passion. Your finances will only flow with abundance when you release the deep-seated fear of lack and instability that may have been passed down through generations. Let us speak of your well-being. Your body is a sacred vessel, and it has been holding on to so much. Every unspoken fear, every swallowed tear, every moment of anxiety is stored within your physical form. True health is not just about nutrition or exercise. It is about emotional alchemy. It is about allowing yourself to feel your feelings without judgment, letting them flow through you instead of becoming stagnant pools of dis-ease. Nourish your body with healthy food, yes, but more importantly, nourish your soul with honesty, with rest, and with compassion. A body that is nourished by self-love is a body that can heal itself. In your professional life, the time for playing small is over. That artistic talent, that intuitive insight, that deep well of creativity you possess, it is not a hobby. It is your gift to the world, and it is begging to be expressed. Every effort you have made, every seed you have planted, is ready to be rewarded. But you must put aside the distractions, the self-doubt, and the fear of failure that prevent you from being truly productive. Focus your body, mind, and soul on what you are passionate about, and you will achieve your ambitions. Be discerning, however. Not every opportunity that comes your way is the right one. Use your powerful intuition to feel which path aligns with your integrity and which is merely a distraction. Your work is meant to be an expression of your soul, not just a means of survival. This flows directly into your finances. The Wheel of Fortune signals a turning point. If you have been worried about money, know that destiny is shifting. However, this is not about a lottery win. It is about a fundamental shift in your relationship with abundance. True prosperity is not just about the money in your bank account. It is a state of being. It is the belief that you are worthy of support, that you live in a generous universe, and that you have the power to create the resources you need. Be mindful of those who may not have your best interests at heart. Sometimes, when your light begins to shine brighter, it can trigger the insecurities of others. Do not engage in conflict or competition. Your greatest assets are your wisdom and your strategic thinking. Rise above the drama and focus on your own path. Visualize the financial future you desire, not from a place of fear or lack, but from a place of creative power. Practice gratitude for what you already have, for this is the frequency that attracts more. Financial growth will be a natural byproduct of your inner peace and clarity. And now, we return to the heart of it all: love. Love has always been your greatest teacher, and perhaps your greatest challenge. If you feel a disconnect with a partner, do not despair. This is a call to go deeper, to communicate from a place of vulnerability rather than blame. Dialogue, true dialogue, where both hearts are heard, can polish any jewel and make it shine again. This is a process of growth, not a verdict of failure. If you are single, this is a sacred and powerful time. It is an opportunity to fall deeply in love with yourself first, to venture out, to explore, to discover what truly makes your heart sing without the reflection of another person. Do not let the ghosts of past relationships dictate the possibilities of your future. A new beginning is waiting for you, one that is built on the solid foundation of your own self-worth. You are not waiting for someone to complete you. You are preparing to meet someone who can celebrate your completeness. In your family life, the themes of healing and reconciliation are strong. The Two of Cups points to a potential reunion or a heartfelt understanding with a family member. The Three of Cups speaks of the joy and nourishment that comes from these connections. However, the King of Wands may point to a figure who is difficult to reach, someone reserved or stern. Have patience. Look beyond their protective walls and recognize the love that may be hidden there. The Ten of Swords brings a powerful opportunity to end old, painful family dynamics. It is time to let go of inherited burdens and generational wounds. You can choose to be the one who breaks the cycle and introduces a new way of relating based on forgiveness and open-hearted communication. So, dear Cancer, what is the essence of this moment? It is confidence and composure. Your power lies in your ability to stay centered in your own truth, no matter the storms around you. Do not allow the opinions of others to become the voice of your inner critic. You are a being of immense depth and sensitivity. Your cosmos, your inner universe, is one of fair and loving energy. The universe will always give back to you what you give to yourself. If you give yourself compassion, you will receive compassion. If you give yourself trust, you will receive support. Today, you may feel most compatible with the intellectual curiosity of Gemini, who can help you articulate your feelings. You may find a deep, soulful connection with Aquarius, who understands the need for both connection and individuality. And you may feel a sense of joyful adventure with Sagittarius, who can encourage you to step out of your comfort zone and explore new horizons. But ultimately, this journey is not about anyone else. It is about you. You are at the end of a long emotional chapter. You have carried burdens that were never yours to bear. You have loved from a place of scarcity, fearing that if you did not give everything, you would be abandoned. But that version of you, the one that learned to survive by being small and silent, is now ready to be thanked and released. You are not the child who had to be quiet to keep the peace. You are not the teenager who felt everything too deeply. You are an adult with the power to choose differently. You are bidding farewell to an old self, and as you do, a new one is emerging, one that is lighter, truer, and more vibrant. You are realizing that your worth is not defined by what you do for others, but by your very existence. You are enough, simply because you exist, because you feel, because you are alive. And that, dear Cancer, is the ultimate freedom. From this place of wholeness, your new life begins. Not with a roar, but with a quiet, confident, and peaceful breath.